Guys, we are back now. Yes, we are live, and today we're gonna solve the question that we did yesterday. It was just like done 90%, so I'm gonna do the rest of it today, and let's see how it goes. Hi everyone. Let me ping the message. Okay, let's go back to our. It was HackerRank, right? You have to log in. Google. Yes, we are in. Let's complete our question that we did yesterday. No, this was it that we were doing yesterday. Let's go back. And Python has built-in string validation methods for basic data. It can check if a string is composed of alphabetical characters, alphanumeric characters, or digits. Right? If the characters of a string are alphanumeric, that means this is going to check this, and this is alphanumeric. Print statement. Okay, so actually we did solve it yesterday. We can copy it from there. Subline. Actually, I have it over here. Sheesh. We have to solve it again now. I don't have it. Okay. So print true. If S in that string dot is al num. Okay, S is the iterator. We have the is alpha, is lower, is upper, and the same thing is for all of them. Just we have to change the function. Okay, we got the so for the first if else we don't have to iterate over it. But for the other cases we have to iterate over it. That's why we're using the map function. And if s dot is alphanumeric print 2 ls s dot is alum is equal to false, we need to print false, right? If s is an alphanumeric character is otherwise false. The second line print true if s is any alphabetical order, otherwise print false. If true if this, any of them is going to return S. Then it's lower if true if S has any digits. Okay, we got the alphanumeric, alphabetic, then you have to check for the if digit, right? In this tag, so we can do the if digit now. If digit. Now we have to print all the returns. This up to right, and then let's paste this in subline and test this one. Go over here. Comment this out, put it over here. Okay. Okay, so we are back. Solve it again. Okay. So as alpha each digit is going to be a start raw input, we have to okay. CD documents. Okay. CD documents, then we have to go to the raw input is not defined. Why we just did that? Why we are using raw input? It's not defined. Sheesh, we are defining. Python 3. Okay. And the code. Your output is true. So why we are not, is alpha missing one cell? We don't have to call them. It's lower and it's upper. Okay, let's try it for the, okay, one of the test case is missing, test case 3. Okay, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 will be true. Test case 3, what we are missing over here? Let's try this with this element is equal to any map string dot is l1 comma s. Just comment this out and just also iterate over the result numeric function. Yep, we did it. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next challenge, sheesh. Okay, so in a Python string, text can be aligned left, right, or center. This method returns a left aligned string of length width. Width is going to be 20th. Print HackerRank.l left just width with this thing. Okay, I got it. So center method with how many words? So it's gonna be 5 on this side, 5 on this side. So I'll just do the left adjustment, center adjustment. Okay, task. You are given a partial code that is used for generating the HackerRank logo of variable thickness. Your task is to replace the blanks with this thing with just adjust percentages, right? Okay, so okay, fine. Okay, the sample input is equal to 5, and then you just have to replace it with h. So let's just see how does it work. Simply 1, 3, 5. So 5 this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Replace the blank A with argest and this. Or we have to a single straight line contains the thickness value of the logo. Just give us 5 and then we just have to print it without the space. How come they are doing it? Mhm. Can be aligned left or right. Right hacker rank. So they are adjusting this thing with this thing, but then we just have to replace the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 3, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we just have to print this thing, right? One H space over here, one. Okay, just two H space. 1 H, 2, 3, 5, 7. Going to be. So it starts with 1, 3, 5, and 7, and then 9. Then they go back to the, so it's all the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And then they keep on doing 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, and then 5, and then they do all the full length. This is the full length of the thing. 3 of the edge. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3 and 3, 6. 3 and 3, 6. Okay, and then they do the 5 thing again over here. But how are we gonna know that how we have to solve it? A single line containing the thickness value for the logo. So it's a thickness value of the logo, right? And then we just have to generate it with the how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 9 and 4 is going to be 13, right? 13 and 4 is going to be 17. Let me just copy all of this thing, put it in subline. Because first we figure out how we have to solve it. Okay, we have it. Let's just change the okay. Okay. So the input was 5, and this is what they get. 5, 5 with the logos, all of them, and then we have to. But I need to know how they came up with this length. 5 and 5 on this side, and this is print the length of this thing. $25. So 5, 5 is 25. That means 5 over here, 5 over here, and then it's 15 between them. This from here to here is 15. 3 times the actual length of the logo. Okay, and this is the space that we have to create on both sides. Right side with this thing, 2 of this on this side, right? We can, it is possible. So let's just start writing. Let's just first create the regular H side, and then we can add the arrows later on. So input is going to be 5, right? Functions we can use, there's args that takes the width, alias, width, delimiter, and then we have the other function known as center that takes the same thing as all of these, right? So we can use these. Which is, suppose we have to create a function, create logo with a string. Sorry, it is an integer, it's not a string. Okay, so create logo 5. So if we suppose we have the 5 thing, right? Then we have to name get thing dot print page. Suppose, h. Okay, we have to do let dot multiply by times the integer. We get the line, right? And then we have to times integer h, right? And then we have to add this thing dot left just width. Width is going to be, so we have to do it on the left just 15. Integer multiply by 3. Left just has no attribute this thing. Okay, we have the space over here. I'll just this thing we have to come on in this thing. Okay, so that means 5 multiplied by 15, and then we have to again okay. Let's just do this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we have 15. So 15 of this and 15 of that, right? So let's just do this thing. For I in range 15, print this thing. Okay, so we got an H, right? Then we can just remove this thing, but later on we can do it, not right now. Okay, this is for 5. And just suppose if we change it to 6, it's gonna print us 6 thing, right? Not that 5. Let's check who else is on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got the. Oh yeah, let me go back to the problem right here. we got almost this thing. Okay, so it's 15. 15 minus 3 is going to be 12, and then we have to divide it into 2. That will give us 6. So after the 6th thing, we have to generate a division. So that this is the variable that will tell us where we have to print the H horizontal line so that it can look like a H, which means HackerRank, right? So this is supposed to give us 5 minus 3, 15, right? So integer multiplied by 3 can give us 15 negative 3. That will give us 12, right? And once we have the 12th thing, right, then we have to divide the whole thing by 2. That will give us the center of the H, right? Divided by 2. Let's just have to print the division there. Okay, so integer is not defined. Well, where it is not defined. On line, oh, integer, my bad. Okay, integer is not defined. 6.0, right? We have to convert it into an integer, and we don't need a float. We have to look for the integer. We have 6. So if I is equal to 6, then we have to print, then we just have to print the letter H multiplied by multiply by 3. Okay, so that will just print the whole H line. Else we have to print like this. Okay, it was never closed. Okay, thank you so much for telling me. I don't know. Well, okay. So we need 3 lines, right? And why we only need 3 lines? It can change over time. Okay, just suppose if it is 3, right? So we have to print it. Okay, that was fine. Okay, that will be 3, and this one will be 5. Okay. The fill character must be exactly 1 character long, right? Okay. So that is okay. I'll okay, we can do like this. So we are adding this thing over here. Integer multiplied by 3 is going to be 5. Okay, that covers it all, right? So we got 6 is a division of that thing, right? So 6, 7, 8 will be the 3 things, right? As equal to 6. If I is equal to division, division, or I equal, that is not the right thing to do, but I'm just trying to do it. Maybe it works or kind of mistake on that. Division. Okay. Seems like it's the same thing, but we also need well, we got this thing, right? So we need to create this triangle now, and that is going to be the, instead of adding something over here, okay, we got this thing, but before that, we have to create a particular list of odd digits times the integer we got as argument, right? So we got 5, right? So we should be having the list something like this. 21, 3, 5, 7, and 9 on the system, right? Now we have to create 5 odds, right? So we can just create it like this. X for X in range 532 is going to be 10, right? And if X percentage, that will be the modulus, so we can just get the formula. Or X equals 1, else we have to pass it, okay? As you can see right here, we got the whole list. 01369. Nope. Okay, now we have the 13579. Okay, we got the right list. So we got the H right here. Six. That means because there are no more in there. So range is going to be the integer. Okay, we are on the right track. Okay, we are close. 1359. So what we have to do is we have to place this thing over here, right? Okay, and two spaces over here. Once we're done over here, at the 15 at the end, then we have to print reverse triangle. And I think that is doable, of course. Or at least we got it right. We got this thing right. We don't have to do it again. Okay, for I in range. Print. Or is not defined, but it didn't write or, but it is. Okay, right. So what we have to do is once we're creating it and one is in the middle, right? So it should be over. Okay, so 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that means just suppose the total, the last one is 9, right? So 4 on this side, 4 on this side, so 8 plus 9. So divide into 2, and then we have to just decrease this variable and we get a. So that's. Oh, we have like 20 more minutes. We can do this one that time. Okay, so the total is 9. That means we have to divide the 9 into 2 and then get the center of the 9, right? 2 is going to give us 4. That's true. Sorted length of x divided by 2 means 3 is going to be 22. Okay. Sorted numbers is going to be give us the mean of that 5, 3, and 2. 8 plus 2 is going to be 10. going back to that old question, right? So since the this thing is always going to be odd, right? So that means it will always have the center point. If all this list is going to be always going to be odd, that means it have a center point. So we can just divide it by like take the modulus of that number and we can get the remainder, which is going to be one, right? And since we have now we can get the remainder, what we have to divide it by, okay? So 9 divided by 2 is going to be 4.5. 4. So after 4, we have to print that thing, right? 4 on that side, 4 on that side, and we're good to go. So mid. While printing this thing, you have to have a midpoint, which is going to be this thing. Mid is going to be the odd list, last digit divided by 2, right? Dot left just and R just, right? So we have to do it on the right and the left side. So let's just go R just. That is going to, the width is going to be our mid, and we have to, just for testing purposes, we're going to use this for now. And as you can see, we don't have it because we are not calling the function. What the heck? Okay, so now we are, okay. Since the mid is always going to be, let's just create a variable mid counter that is going to subtract the thing, is going to be 0. So in the first case, mid is negative mid counter, right? And here we're gonna add the mid counter plus 1 to the next one. Three and 2. Or comment is just printing 3 and 2. Seven, 3 and 3. 9. So in the first case, we have the mid counter plus equal to 1. I'm going to start mid. So mid is going to be 4, right? Mid is 4. So R just width is going to be 4 minus 0 is going to be 4 multiplied by this thing. And then this thing. So it should be right. Right, if just is going to be 4, we added it to here. 4 minus 2 is going to be 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. So that's going to be 3, 2, and 1. Okay, but why for I in our list? I got it because we were actually dot list, and then we have the I thing over here. Okay, so list object is not callable. Mid minus mid counter. So for why is this thing not printing the actual thing? Options. So 3 and then 1. 1 and 3. 3 and 1. There's something wrong with what I'm doing. Okay, for I'm range length of the odd list, which is we have a list of 5 things, right? So it's printing odd list. That is going to be 1, 3, 5, and 7 and 9, right? So in the first, we will have the let, which is going to be h multiplied by odd list with the index of I, which is going to be 0 in our first case, right? So h multiplied 1 will be 1, and then we are just adding on the right side 4 minus 0 of this thing. That is right. Okay. And then we're adding 1 to the mid counter, which then we are subtracting in the next iteration. 4 minus 3, 3. But it's not doing it. Division integer, there's something wrong with it. Why don't we just print the thing? You multiply by mid counter, right? And then we can just add an L, and then we can just okay, this thing should probably work now. Oops. Okay, this is completely moving it on the other side. Why is it not subtracting? Mid means 4, negative 0. So if you're adding it to the oh my god. Sheesh, that was just equal to, the equals to was missing. Takes a lot of time. Okay, let's move forward. And since now we have it, I think we should stick to this one. What is the mid of that is 5. That means it should have 5, 4, right? So 9 minus 5 will give us 4, and 4 into 2, so that means this much space we have to give on this side, right? Okay, so let's just, okay. This is going to be this thing multiplied by this thing is going to be multiplied by this thing is 9, right? Or at least -1, -1, -5 will return us, we can divide it by 2. That is what we have to add it on both sides. Pretty complex. Okay, non-integer type float, right? So let's just convert that into an integer as well. Brr. Okay, we have to copy the same thing and paste it over here, and then Control S, Control V, that is it. Okay, now, oh my god, that is looking beautiful. Okay, we are here. This one, okay, we got this thing, that is working pretty good, and then we have to print it from, now we need a reverse of that thing, reverse triangle. The same thing, but it is reversed. Fine. Small, but small. Well, where's my screen, man? Oh, we got one view. Let's go. What the heck? What? Why? Because we accidentally remove our mid counter is equal to 1, and that should work. 6. Beautiful. Kind of. 4, 3, 13. So 13 minus, miss something over here. How, let's go. Now we need to figure out how we have to do a reverse triangle because we need the space. So how much is this from here to here? That is 25, integer multiplied by 3 times 25, and then 3, 28, right? So that means we have to So what is multiplied by -1? We just have to reverse the counter, right? We have to reverse the counter. That is going to be rev count is going to be length of that list, length of the odd list, y. And once we have that thing, so it's going to be rev count minus on the -1, -2, -3, right? So that is going to be -1, -2, -3, and -4, right? It's going to give us how can we make something negative? If it is 0, right? We have to subtract -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5, right? So what we have to do is just have the length of that odd list, right, over here, and then what we can do is we're just going to do 5. No, 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 no. Let's just do 0, and then we have the point. Then we have to increase the counter by rev count +1. But before that, over here we have to I negative rev count. That will reverse the whole list. Like we'll get the reverse elements, right? Rev count. Okay. So the first thing is done. Okay. But the mid count is going higher, right? So in the first I we have 0, negative. Why the heck I always miss this thing? Here we go. Okay. No negative block. We just have to deal with this thing right over here. When we have an odd list, I means 0, -1 is going to be -1. Then 0, -2 is going to be 1, negative. Here we go. Okay, now we have to center align it instead of doing it on this side. We have to reverse count is working. I get it. What is wrong over here, right? Mid minus mid counter. We have to have the another variables for that. There are too many. Rev mid is going to be the middle, but rep mid counter is going to be that thing, right? So mid rep mid counter, rep mid rep mid counter, right? So we have to just do the same thing, but in reverse, right? Do it over here, rep mid counter. Okay, so rep mid counter is we have to cover that thing as well, right? The rep mid counter is going to be so here we need a space in increasing order, not in decreasing order, right? So we're adding it up to 111. Then we can just get the rep count. Rep mid counter is going to be the rep mid counter. So it's going to increase, right? Let's start from 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 0, 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to just go up, but in the reverse direction, right? So what we're doing over here is we have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is 6, right? So that's right. So we're about sheesh. We got one viewer. So okay, rep mid counter is going to be +1, but that should be the reverse mid counter is going to be the rep mid, right? Rep mid, and then we can just subtract it from there. Negative equal to 1. Okay, that's it. Now we have to add a whole space of this much to every single line, but in decreasing order. Okay, just so 5 is going to be this much, right? 5, and that is going to be a 25 digit, right? 25, and since we already have 3 and 3, 6 and 7, right? So 25 and 7, that's going to be 18 more on this side. Okay, let's just try doing this. 19, 18, right? 20. So we got it. Oh, so it moved the whole thing on that side. We can't do what the heck. Okay, let's try running this whole thing over there. We got the each loop right. Go back to the HackerRank. Oops. Where is this thing? It's over here. There we go. So let's move all of it. Let me go back. Shift plus tab. Fine. Truncated, right? Expected output is going to be this much. This integer is not defined on line, which line? We don't have it. Oops, because we have been using it as an integer. So integer is going to be input. We're going to input the int. Okay. Expected output is truncated med, and then let's go. No, wait, did we really do that? No way. We feel it actually. I guess we're missing something, and so one code is working just for that thing, and I know what is that integer for. No, we have to fix this thing. 20 thing is not working for. How come we came up with a 20 thing? Okay, so then there's something wrong with this thing. Or just suppose if we input 7 or maybe 6, then the whole thing can be messed up, right? Because we are still having the 20 thing, and we have no 24 or 23. 23 is the right answer, but how we came up with this? How much space do they need on the left side? Okay. How much space do we need on the left side? 2 on this side. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That is a 20 is the total thing, right? 20 and then we need to come up with this number that is messing up, right? How much space do we need on this side? What is this much? Going to be 25, 27, right? 27, 9 minus 27. It's going to give us 18. This is going to be 25, right? 27. let's just suppose we put 23 in here, and just for the sake, 20, 20, 20, 23. I feel like it that this whole thing should be the integer multiplied by integer. That means because we are doing this integer multiplied by integer is going to be this much. That means integer plus string multiplied by this on the left side. This thing. Okay, so integer odd list is going to give us the missing 3 and 3, 6, right? The left side. So this is the reverse loop. This is the reverse loop for in range integer multiplied by 3. Start that. Okay, so print this one odd list and the 1. Minus integer that is into a 5 divided by root into the 4, then 1 into the 4. So even if we have the 5 thing, we have the right thing, right? We have Google over 6, we have the right thing. We have Google over 7, we have the right thing. We Google over 8, we have the right thing. Okay, so the integer is going to be whatever. Integer -1. That is very complex for me. -1. Oops. What was that? Integer. We have an integer -1. Perhaps you forgot a comma. Where is that? Where is that comma? Where? Your string everywhere is string. Now, where do we really have to convert it into integer -1? So we convert it into a string. Maybe that is causing the problem. Where we could possibly forget the comma. Okay, that is. Oh, yeah. Okay, that is a string, right? So integer minus is going to be integer. Okay, so 3 on this side, 4 on this side. How come? Okay, where is my this thing? Go over here. Okay, integer. The same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. Why we are not passing second thing? Just because of no. We have to integer -1. Let's just check something in discussions. It's really not. It's really nonsense enough. Okay. So this guy, sheesh, they just, bro, look at these guys. But there's something wrong with our ones. We have to figure it out. Let's just unlock one of the. Let's just unlock test case 2, right? See what was it? 49. Okay, 49. 40. Bro, what is that? This guy, this problem is so dumb to be done. Sheesh. No way. Let's just get the test case 1. 3. Okay, 1, 3, and 5. That means it should pass the same thing, right? 2, 3, 3. Let's try with 3, 1. Okay, that is true, but why it is just 3 with 2? How come you're gonna know how many lines you want right over here, right? 3 and 49. Let me download the full size and check. Bro, that is too much. We're gonna. Okay, let's just count these. How much do we have? See. Okay, they started 260 to 284, 24. So they divided it by 49 divided by 2 can give us 24. So that will give us integer divided by, let's try this one. That is so weird. Bro, this problem is so, okay. Where we are giving them 3. For the 3 thing, they have the 3, 4, 4, 8, and 2, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. Who the heck they can, that was pretty hard actually. So it's okay, we got the one test case. Let me check how much time do we have more. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess 1 hour is enough. We're gonna solve it tomorrow, so this is all for today. Goodbye. This thing.